into the power grid, they are all very important. Mm. And artificial intelligence in power system hasn't did not start recently. If you look at some studies, uh, for a long time, several years ago, even 1953, AI application in power system uh, was started around that time, and a lot has been done. So using artificial intelligence in power grid is not something that is very new, but there's always going to be improvement in how things are done, how we actually monitor the power grid and take proactive steps. So that is where now efficiency in artificial intelligence will play a key role. How we respond to incidents, how we are able to forecast problems before they happen. In the application of renewables, we will be able to gather a lot of data and information and interpretation about the weather, how weather pattern looks like, let's say in different countries or regions. And based on that knowledge, we'll be able to actually forecast how much power we should get from renewables. Something like that, AI will be very important. Cybersecurity is important in every infrastructure. So uh, you do not want people to hack into the power grid and shut power plants down. So cybersecurity also is a very important here. I think other people have questions. David, what is the best advice you give to an undergraduate electrical engineering student who wants to go into graduate studies after school? Can we transition right after school or rather get some experience before going into graduate studies? Okay, this also an important question. It all depends on the plan you have for yourself. As I mentioned, you need to take charge of your career. You need to actually write what you want to do. You can either get industry experience before you go to academics again. Or some people will decide to just jump into academics after undergrad, they just go to graduate studies, finish it up, and then come to industry. It all depends on individual. For me, I went into industry, got some experience, and then came to academics and then got back to industry. And who knows, maybe I'll go back to academics or whatever, but it all depends on individual levels. And that is where if you have a mentor, it also makes a difference. I remember when I was trying to make a decision to travel to the US for my studies, I have a mentor. I went to him at that time. He advised me to take the best decision, and I have not regretted it. He advised me. So you need to talk to people who have some understanding about the pros and cons, some decisions you have to take. If you are a single person, it's easy. If you are married, it's difficult because now you have to seek your spouse. Um, your spouse has to agree to some things. So it all depends on which level you are. And somebody asked a question about how to handle different personalities in workplace, working environment. Okay, that is one of the skill you need to develop. It's a soft skill you need to develop how to deal with people. But dealing with people is very difficult. However, if you learn how to deal with people, you need to listen to people if there is a disagreement. You are not trying to make the other person feel like the person is wrong and you are right. If you go that approach, everybody will become defensive. So in the workplace, when you are dealing with different personalities, I think active listening helps because everybody will want to be listened to. And once they are listened to, try to not argue or try to not put them like they are wrong. And when you go that approach, I think you can deal with any other person. And sometimes to maybe the person has done something good at workplace, try to acknowledge that they have done something good. Once you acknowledge that, thank you for taking up this responsibility and doing this, I really appreciate your work. Once you talk like that to anybody, and now even later on you are trying to disagree a bit, the person might not be, the person might listen. So that's what you have to do. somebody is asking a question. Livingston is asking somebody in chemical engineering. Okay, I think you already. Okay, somebody in chemical engineering wants to get into sustainable energy engineering. How difficult is it for the person um, to cope up with the electrical energy system? Okay, so sustainable energy. When you talk about sustainable energy, it is not actually. I did masters in sustainable energy, so you are not looking at sustainable energy as if it is purely electrical engineering. So you would learn a lot of things into like leadership. You will learn a lot of things about technology. You know, you learn something about management. You learn about renewable energy sources, and so we have people from different engineering field, from mechanical. I have some of my classmates from mechanical, some of them from different engineering courses. So it's something that can be done. Livingston. Okay, I think if there's no any other question, I'll hand over to the organizer of the program, and then we can bring a close to it. Okay, but finally, thank you so much for attending this program. I do appreciate your time, and I hope it helps, and I hope we do connect some other time. Okay, so University of Jaffna, the organizer, can you take over, and then let's bring a close to this.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of the IEEE Power and Energy Society, Student Branch Chapter of the University of Jaffna, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker, Engineer Shaibu Ibrahim, for sharing his time, insights, and expertise with us today. As a small token of appreciation, we are pleased to present you with a token of appreciation from our society. Recognize your contribution and presence here today. We are deeply honored to have you as our guest and hope this marks the beginning of a continued connection. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So next, I call upon Ms. S. Nitushika, the advisor of IEEE Power and Energy Society, Student Branch Chapter of the University of Jaffna, to deliver the thank you speech.
Hello everyone. As we wrap up our webinar titled From Theory to Practice, Bridging the Gap Between Academia and Industry in Power and Energy, I want to take a moment to thank all of you for joining us today. A special thanks to our esteemed speaker, Mr. Shaibu Ibrahim, a senior electrical engineer at Acciona Energy USA Global. Your insights into the practical application of theoretical concepts in the power and energy sector have been truly enlightening, and your experience in both thermal and renewable energy is truly inspiring, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. And I also want to thank the IEEE PES Student Committee for organizing this event and ensuring its success. So your hard work and dedication to connecting students with industry professionals like so is greatly appreciated. Thank you to all our participants for your engagement and questions. We hope you've found this session informative and motivating as you prepare for your future careers. Let's continue to work together to bridge the gap between academia and industry. Thank you once again. I look forward to seeing you at our future events. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye, and have a good rest of the time.
Dear participants, please check the chat for the certificate of participation, and you can fill that within the next 5 minutes.